Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are doing well. So today in this lecture we are going to continue with the exercise, and today we are going to start with second exercise of chapter 3, playing with numbers. So here it is with our first question. So the first question says that what is the sum of any two odd numbers and even numbers? So basically there are two parts which is given. So the A part says that if we add any two odd numbers, then what we will get. So if the question is like this, you can take any example. Okay, so take any two odd numbers. Let's say the smallest two odd numbers I'm taking, that is 1 and 3, and I'm adding them. So what I'm getting is 4, right? And can you tell me that 4 is even number or an odd number? 4 is an even number, right? Now from this only you can understand that whenever we add any two odd numbers, we will get the answer that is always even number. Okay, but if you want to try one more example, you can do it. For say I'm taking 13 plus 5. Okay, so 13 and 5, both of them are odd numbers. Okay, and if I add them, so the answer is 18, and again it is an even number. So from this we can conclude that the sum of any two odd numbers will be will be even. Okay, so this is the first answer for the first part. Now the B part says if we add any two even numbers. Now two even numbers, let's say an example is 2 and 4. Okay, so if I add 2 and 4, I'm getting 6, right? And this is an even number. Now if I take another example, let's say 24 24 plus 4. Okay, if I'm taking these two numbers, 24 plus 4, so 24 is also an even number, 4 is also an even number. Okay, and then 24 plus 4 is 28, which is again an even number. So from this we can conclude that the sum of any two even numbers, also the sum of any two even numbers will be even. Okay, so if I add two odd numbers, I will get the result as an even number. If I'm adding two even numbers, again I'm getting the answer as an even number. Got it? Okay, now let's see for the second question. Okay, so second question says state whether the following statements are true or false. Okay, so let's start with the A part. A part says that the sum of three odd numbers is even. Now see, whenever these type of true false used to come, now you can take a simple example, and from that example you can conclude the final answer. So if I take an example for the first one, sum of three odd numbers. Take any three odd numbers. Let's say I'm taking the smallest three odd number, that is 1, 3, 5, and I'm adding them. So 3 plus 1 is 4, and 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 plus 5 is 9. Okay, so the answer that I'm getting is 9, which is an odd number, right? Not an even number. So of course we can say that this statement is false, right? Because they are saying that addition of any three odd numbers will give you even. But from this we can infer that if I add any three numbers, I'll get odd number. Okay, you can take any other example if you want. Now for the B part says the sum of two odd numbers and one even number is even. It means if I am adding first the two odd numbers, so we can say odd plus odd, means odd number plus odd number. What gives us? See, in the previous question we have done the same now, that if we add two odd numbers we get even, right? Means odd plus odd we get even. Similarly, here you can see the question is saying the same thing but in a different way, that the sum of two odd numbers and one even number is even. So two odd numbers will give you even number. Okay, and in this even number you have to add one more even number. Okay, and then you will get again an even number only, because we have learned this also, that if we add two even numbers we will get even number. So yes, we can say that it is absolutely correct. So the statement is true. Okay, for this the statement is true. If you are not able to understand, you can take any example, from that you can understand. If I say two odd numbers, so 1 plus 3 is odd numbers, so it is giving me 4, and from the in this if I add any even number, let's say 2, so I am getting an even number only. Okay, now let's see the C part. In the C part it is saying the product of three odd numbers is odd. Now here product means multiplication. Okay, so product of three odd numbers. Take any three odd numbers. If I'm saying 1 into 3 into 5. Okay, so if I find the answer, I'm getting 15, right? It is again an odd number. So we can say that yes, the product of three odd numbers will give you odd number. Okay, if I take any other one, let's say 2, 7, 2, 3 and 7. Okay, 2 is not an odd number, I'm sorry. Let's say 5. Okay, so 5 threes are 15 and 15 into 7 is 15. You can just simply multiply it. 7 5 is 35, 3 7 1 is 7, 7 1 is 7 and 7 plus 3 is 10. So from this also you can see we are getting odd number. Okay, so from this we can infer that if I take any three odd numbers, the product will be odd. So here we can say that it is true. Okay, now let's see the D part. Now the D part says if an even number is divided by 2, means if I take any even number and it is divided by 2, the question is always odd. See, always odd means you have to try to prove कि ऐसा कौन सा number है जो odd ना दे. अगर नहीं देता है ऐसा कुछ है तो you will directly put that the statement is false. But if you will try 2-3 examples, then you will find that if all of them are odd, then you have to put odd. But if I take an even number, let's say 6. So here when I divide it by 2, I'll get the question as an even number, that is 3. But if I take the example of 8 and then divide it by 2, because 8 is again an even number and I'm dividing it by 2 and I'm getting 2 fours are 8. But this time I'm getting the question even, right? So question is not always odd. It might be odd also, it might be even also. It depends upon the question and the number. Right, so we can say that this is false statement. Not always it is true, but sometimes. Okay, now the E part says all prime numbers are odd. All prime numbers are odd. Okay, okay, think a little bit and tell me, is it true statement or false statement? Okay, for the students who are saying that it is false statements, that's absolutely correct. It is a false statement. Now see, true students, now see how it is false. See, all the prime numbers, if I start, the smallest prime number is 2. And you have to remember this exception that all the prime numbers are odd. Actually, all the prime numbers are odd except 2. 2 is the only prime number that is prime number also and an even number. Else each and every prime number is a odd number. Okay. 2 is an exception that you have to keep in mind, that 2 is the only even number in the prime numbers list. Okay, done. So of course not all the prime numbers are odd. There is one exception, that is 2, which is an even number and also a prime number. So here that is why I put false over there. Okay, now let's see more parts. F part says that prime numbers do not have any factors. Now tell me, is it true or false? Prime numbers do not have any factors. It's true because sorry, not it's false, because if I take any prime number, let's say 7, if 7 is a prime number, the factors are 1 and 7, but they are saying that they do not have any factor. But what we have learned, prime factors have two factors, the number 1 and the number itself. Okay, so there are two factors which is present in prime number, so we can clearly say that it is false. So here I'll put F for false. Now G part, sum of two prime numbers is always even. So let's take an example that if it is true or not. So if I take an example of two prime numbers, okay, two prime numbers, let's say I'm taking 2 and 3. Okay, both of them are prime numbers. Okay, and if I add them, I'm getting the number as, I'm getting the answer 5. And 5 is an even number or an odd number? It is an odd number, right? So it is saying that sum of two prime numbers is always even. That is not always true. Sometimes there is odd also. So we can say no, it's not true. Okay, it's not true. Now for the H part, 2 is only even prime number. That this same statement I just told you just in the last slide. Okay, and you can keep this note, you can keep this sentence as a note in your notebook, that 2 is the only even prime number. In the list of prime numbers, 2 is the only number that is even, or else every prime number are the odd numbers. Okay, so this is true. Now I part says that all the even numbers are composite numbers. All the even numbers are composite number. Is it true or false? So it is, see, just the last statement we have learned that 2 is the only even prime number. Means it is even and it is prime number. And in the next statement, they are saying that all even numbers are composite number. Not all even numbers are composite number. There is 2 which is even number but not composite. It is prime. So definitely it is false. Okay. Now J part. The J part says that product of two even number is always even. Just we in the previous question, in the first question B part, we have learned that okay, it is product. Sorry, I'm sorry. So product. See, if I take any two even numbers, let's say 2 and 4, and if I multiply them, I'm getting 8. Okay. If I'm taking any other number, let's say if I take 12 into 6, so here 12 6 is 72 and it is also an even number. So always remember, product or the multiplication of any two numbers will always give you even numbers. So it is true. Understood? Okay, now let's move to the third question. Third question says that the numbers 13 and 31 are prime numbers. Okay, both these numbers have same digits 1 and 3. Yes, then find such pairs of prime numbers up to 100. Okay, so they have given you, you have to just the main question they are asking you, you have to find the pairs of prime numbers up to 100. Now what are the conditions applied? There are two conditions applied, that they should be, those two pairs number should be prime number. Okay, they should be prime numbers. And the next thing is they should have the same digit. Okay, they should have the same digit. Same digit means, जैसे इफ आई सी 13 एंड 31 दोनों ही पेयर में है, राइट? तो पहला कंडीशन क्या अप्लाई हो रहा है? प्राइम नंबर्स का, तो दोनों ही नंबर्स प्राइम नंबर है, राइट? इफ आई टेक द सेकंड कंडीशन, दैट इज ऑफ सेम डिजिट. सो इफ आई सी 13 एंड 31 दोनों में 1 3 यूज हुआ है, जस्ट रिवर्स हो गया एक दूसरे का दोनों पेयर में, बट सिर्फ सेम सेम डिजिट्स यूज हुए हैं. सिमिलरली वी हैव टू फाइंड सच मोर पेयर्स. ओके, सो नाउ इफ आई स्टार्ट विद डूइंग दिस, I can say means two digit number ही चाहिए हमें, तो 10 से two digit number start होता है, but we cannot take 10. 11 में भी 11 का opposite करेंगे तो 11 ही हो जाएगा. Then if I take 12, see 12 and 21, 12 भी प्राइम नंबर नहीं है, बिकॉज 12 के काफी सारे फैक्टर्स है, 1 2 3 4 6 12, एंड 21 के भी फैक्टर्स हैं, दैट इज 1 3 7 एंड 21 इटसेल्फ. सो वो तो प्राइम नंबर नहीं है, राइट? देन 12 हो गया, देन 13 इन्होंने दे ही रखा है, सो वी कैन नॉट पुट इट अगेन. Then after 13, if we take an example of like if I take an example of 14 भी नहीं होगा, then 15 भी टेबल में आता है, then 16 17 is a prime number, right? If I take opposite of it, means if I take 17 as the number, because 17 we know it is a prime number, and if I take opposite of it means 71. So of course we know that 71 doesn't comes in table of any number, so 17 and 71 is one such pair. Okay, now if I think more, then it could be then 17 18 and 19. Okay, so now if I take the example of 19 and 91, okay, it could not be the correct answer, because 91 is not a prime number. Then if I take an example, see 19 20 21 22 23, if I take 23, see 23 is a prime number, but if I say take opposite of it means 32. Okay, but 32 is not a prime number, right? Because it comes in table of 4, then 8, then 2, then in 12, and in many more. Okay, so it could not be the correct answer. 23, after 23 there's 24 25 26 27, then 28 29, 29 is again, but if I take opposite 92, it is an even number, it will definitely get divided by 2, so it is not a correct answer. Then similarly if I go and just count them properly, I get the next number as 37, right? So 37 and 73 is such a pair in which if I just inverse them also, they will giving, they are both the even prime numbers and have the same digit. Okay, then similarly if I go more, I'll get the number 79 and 97. So my suggestion is to learn these numbers. Just learn 17 37 and 79, because if let's say if this question will come in your exam, you will be able to answer quickly. okay, because it is a time consuming question. It takes time. So it would be better if you learn it. Okay, there are only three such pairs which follow these conditions, and it is up to 100, like under 100 or up to 100. Now let's move to the next question. The fourth question says, write down separately the prime and composite numbers less than 20. So we have to write prime numbers, okay, and I have to write composite numbers, which should be up to, sorry, not up to, it is less than 20. Okay, means 20 तक we have to write both prime numbers and composite numbers. तो मैंने sections देख लिए, अब मैं फटाफट से count करूंगी. I told you that 0 and 1 are such the numbers that are neither prime number nor composite numbers. Okay, so we have to start with 2. 2 prime number है, composite number है. Prime है, prime की list में डालो. Then 3 again prime. 4 composite number है. Then 5 prime number है. Then 6 composite number है. 7 prime number है. 8 composite number है. 9 composite number है. कई लोग ये सोच लेते हैं कि सारे ही odd numbers composite number. ऐसा true नहीं है. You have to check. You should be ओपन माइंडेड वाइल डूइंग दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज 9 भी है और 15 है, ऐसे कई सारे नंबर्स हैं जो कि कंपोजिट नंबर्स हैं एंड ऑड नंबर्स भी हैं. ओके, देन इफ आई कंटिन्यू, 9 is done, then 10 is again a composite number, 11 is prime number, then 12 is composite number, 13 is again prime number, 14 is composite, 15 is composite, 16 is composite, 17 is prime number, then 18 is composite, and 19 is prime number. Okay, and we have to write less than 20, so we cannot take 20 in this list, so we have to stop at 19. Done? Easy question, right? Okay, now the fifth question. Fifth question says that what is the greatest prime number between 1 and 9? So you have to just write the greatest prime number. So अगर हमें नहीं भी याद है, no problem, prime numbers लिख लेते हैं सारे जितने भी prime numbers हैं, because 1 to 10 के बीच में ये कोई बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है. So 1 कुछ भी नहीं होता है, then 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, 5 is a prime number, then 6 नहीं होता है, 7 is a prime number, 8 नहीं होता है, 9 भी नहीं होता है, I'm sorry, then 10. तो सबसे बड़ा prime number क्या दिख रहा है? 7. So the answer will be 7. 7 is the greatest prime number between 1 and 10. Okay. Now let's see the sixth one. Sixth one is saying that express the following as the sum of two odd prime numbers. So we have to simply just divide these numbers in the sum of two odd prime numbers. Means they should be odd and prime numbers. Okay, if I write 44, so for 44 it could be anything. See, if I suggest you one suggestion is just go one step back and check 43. If I go one back, 43, and what I have to add it in 1. Okay, so check, are these two odd numbers? Yes, they are two odd numbers. Are they both prime numbers? 43 is prime number, but 1 is not a prime number, so we cannot take this example. Okay, now if I take 42 to 42, we cannot take because it is not an odd number. Then if I take one more back, it will be 41, right? 41 plus 3. So 41 and 3, both of them are odd numbers and both of them are prime numbers. So one pair will be, I can write as 41 plus 3. Understood? You can find more. Okay, you can find more. There are so many. If I say 31 and 13, 31 and 13, again both of them are odd numbers and both of them are prime numbers. So one such pair will be 13. What I said, 31 and 13. 1 second. It is 44. Yes. So 13 and 31. Again one more pair. Now for the B part it is 36. Again use the method 36. If I go back, 35. 35 is not a prime number, although it is an odd number. Then if I go one more back, it is 34. It is an even number. 33, again it is an it is not an prime number, it is a composite number because 11 3 is 33. Then 32, again even number. Then I go 31. So 31 is a prime number, is a prime and odd number. And if I have to add one number, I have to add 5. It is also an odd and prime number, so it could be the correct answer. Now for 24, the same method, go one by one back and you will get the answer 23. If I say 23, so 23 plus 1, but it could not be because 1 is not a prime number. Then if I go back, then 22, 22 plus 2 is not even number, it is. Then 21, 21 plus 3, but 21 is not a prime number, it is a composite number. Then 20, it is again even number. Then 19, so 19, if I say 19 is an odd number and a prime number, and if I have to add, I have to add 5, which is again even. So again it is an odd and prime numbers. Now for 18 as well, you have to same, and the answer that you will get is 13 plus 5. Okay. And if again I'm repeating, there is not only one way, there are so many pairs you can write in such manner, and that you can find by yourself. Now let's move to the next question. Okay, here we are done. So the next question will continue from the next lecture. Okay, till then it is done. If this video helped you, you can like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for getting more videos. Thank you.